Hey there, Amy. Are you there? I just wanted to make sure that you knew we're all waiting for you to move out. I mean, now that John is dead, there's really no reason for us all to even be associating with each other now, don't you think?
Well, I understand how you feel since your brother passed away. But are you really asking me to move out? I mean, the funeral just ended, and you're already doing this to me?
Well, if I didn't do it now, then when should I have done it? Should I have waited for tomorrow? Or does next week fit your schedule better?
Okay, I get it. I'll start packing up my things and getting ready to leave. But do you really not think that what you're doing is just a bit cruel? I mean, after all that John and I have done for the family.
Oh, what? You're saying you expected more gratitude from us? Is that it? You didn't do anything except a little bit of farming, that's all.
You know that farming isn't easy, right? If you want to have a high-quality, large harvest, you need to know a lot of stuff.
Oh, please. I remember in 3rd grade when we all grew plants as part of biology class. It's not that hard. Even a child knows all you need to know to grow crops are sun, water, and soil.
I really don't even know how to begin to explain how wrong that is.
Either way, you're the one trying to leverage some easy job like farming into some huge favor that you were doing for my family. But it's not going to work. You were only a part of this family because you were married to my brother. Besides, it's not like my husband and I never helped you out in the fields either.
I know that, and I really am grateful for all the help you did give us. It was huge.
Well, great. I'm glad you understand just how much I contributed to that. You really did have it lucky, though, never having to go to work and just farming all day. Although, I know my mom liked what you were able to grow, and that she was grateful to have you around. But to me, you've never been anything other than a huge nuisance. So I'm glad John is dead, because it finally means that I have a way to get rid of you.
Fiona, you didn't really just send that message, did you? You're not actually happy that your brother is dead, right?
Of course I am. You and him were doing nothing but dragging the rest of us down. Besides, John and I never even got along all that well anyway.
Fiona, you can't say these kinds of things. We literally just had the funeral. Don't you have any respect for the dead?
And just what are you getting so upset about? It's not like you can say that you knew my brother better than I did. I certainly knew him for longer. I'm not talking bad about the dead, but I can see the silver lining for all of this in that I finally get rid of you. Hey there, Amy. I just want to let you know that you don't have to bother coming over today.
Wait, what? But I was going to come over to collect John's things. After all, I'm sure he left me some things in his will.
Oh yes, well, the thing is that we were just going to take all that for ourselves, actually. But if there's anything we don't want, then you can have it.
You mean that you're not even going to respect your own brother's will? There are so many things of his that have so many precious memories for me.
Yeah, except now you're nobody to this family. So quit acting like you have a claim in anything. We're going to divide up all his stuff amongst the family first. Got it?
I really don't think that that's what John would have wanted you to do.
And just how is he even going to find out when he's dead and buried, huh? I know that you've enjoyed leeching off of my family this long, but it stops now. I know you thought that you were going to get away with this forever, but I'm not about to let that happen to my family.
You really think that I've just been trying to leech off of your family? I have never done anything like that.
Oh, please, don't try and hide it. It's so obvious to me. Although now we have to figure out what to do about the fields. I heard from Mom that you actually made quite a bit of money selling what you grew. Is that true?
Of course. Did you not know that I was growing the crops to take to the market?
I see. So you were really just growing vegetables and then selling them? Well, you have some nerve keeping that a secret from me. Do you know that?
I wasn't trying to keep anything a secret at all. What are you talking about? What did you think happened to all the produce that I harvested? You didn't actually think we ate all of that, did you?
I don't know. I thought you were just killing time. I thought we were going to have to shut down the whole thing at some point. Even if you were making money off of it, I thought that you were only making a little money on the side and helping John with his work.
So I take it that you really just don't know how farming works at all then, is that right?
You don't know what you're talking about. And if you think that I'm going to let you have my brother's farm now, that I know you're making money off of it, you're dead wrong.
So then, you're really going to kick me out and try to take over the farm? Is that what you're saying?
It'll be easy. Pour some water, drag a rake, pick the veggies.
I really do hope that you realize there's a lot more that goes into it than just that.
I already told you that I learned all I needed to learn about farming in elementary school. Just water, sun, and soil. It's all a plant needs. Honestly, I think it would be more difficult to fail at something like this.
Right, well, I guess you really don't know what you're talking about at all. Well, you'll find out soon enough.
And by the way, where do you have to take all the food once you've harvested it? I guess you can just take them to any store and ask the manager to buy from you, yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You fill up your truck with potatoes and go sell directly to the grocery store.
You mean it really is that easy? And they'll just buy it all from you right there?
Fiona, why don't you just sell the farm and maybe use the money to try getting into some other business you know more about?
Ugh, no way. That would take so much time and work. Why would I do that when I have the farm here?
Well, it sounds like you don't even know the first thing about where to even take the crop once you have it. Besides, a lot of the business is about who you know, and people enjoyed working with John and I.
Okay, I get it. You're worried that I'll poach some of your clients, is that it?
It's really not that at all. I'm just trying to tell you it's not as simple as you think.
Maybe for someone like you. But if this game is really just about who you know, then I'll have this in the bag. I've always been jealous of you staying at home all day, just playing in the dirt without a care in the world.
If you think that's what farming is, then you really are in for a big surprise.
Amy, are you there? I just want you to know that it wasn't what you think. I promise you, it's not.
What wasn't what I think? I have no idea what you're talking about in the slightest, Eric.
I mean, we just walked beside each other, didn't we? You even made eye contact with me. I know that you saw me.
I only know that I saw a man who looked very much like you walking arm in arm with a woman who wasn't Fiona.
I know, and I'm telling you that I know what you're thinking, but it's not that. There's just a lot going on, but you have to believe me.
Yeah, it seems like you have a lot going on, juggling two women at once. One your wife and the other, whoever she was.
Please, Amy, I'm telling you that is not the kind of connection here. Just, please, whatever you do not tell Fiona about what you saw today, okay?
So even after you and Fiona refused to give me what John left me in his will and kick me out of the house, you're still going to ask me to keep your secret for you? I hardly see how that's fair to me at all.
Oh, come on. You're talking as if we stole something from you. Besides, I had nothing to do with that. That was all Fiona. I didn't see any need for her to kick you out of the house or anything like that at all, personally.
No, really? Well, you sure did a good job of sticking up for me and trying to convince Fiona otherwise.
Well, come on. You know me. I'm conflict averse. I didn't want to get in between the two of you. Besides, it's Fiona's family's house, so I didn't think I had a right to say anything. But I just want you to know that I really am on your side in this. So please, can you do me a solid and not mention what you saw today to my wife?
Really? You really think that you're on my side, Eric?
Of course I'm on your side. I don't want to be a farmer, but Fiona is all whipped about the money we could make doing it now. I liked it much more when you and John were here to manage the fields. I never wanted to take them from you at all. Besides, I've tried my hand at growing things, and it just doesn't work at all. I've got no green thumb, that's for sure.
Great. Well, I'm so happy to hear that I have an ally in this. In that case, I have a little favor to ask you.
A favor? What could you possibly want with me?
Ugh! What the heck is going on here? No matter what I try, the crops just won't grow. Maybe all the seeds I bought are just duds.
I told you, Fiona, farming is not as easy as you think. I tried to warn you.
But I watched some videos online about it, and I still can't get anything to grow. I know that I'm not doing anything wrong, so it must be the stupid fields.
I'm glad that you did a little more research into the topic, but I don't think that's the same as experience. I'm sorry, but without someone there to give you hands-on teaching, I don't think you're going to be able to do this.
Okay, fine then. How about you come back here and make the stuff grow for me then? I mean, I know it's almost harvest time, and if I don't have things to sell, then I'll look really dumb.
You want me to come back and grow crops for you after you threw me out of the house? You said that we weren't family anymore since your brother had died. You told me you never wanted to see me again.
Ugh, you are really such a pain in the butt. Do you know that? Yes. Okay, fine. I said all that stuff, but I take it back. Now can you please get back here?
I'm sorry, Fiona, but that is not going to happen. You did this to yourself, so you fix it.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to be like this? Please, I'm just asking for a little help here. Is that really so bad? I mean, don't you care about these fields too? Because you know that at this rate, they're just going to get ruined with me working on them.
Oh, I understand that. I understood that the moment you said you were going to try and take over the work from me.
Man, you really know how to just irk me, do you know that? And you're still being a jerk even after I did my best to apologize.
I don't think you ever really apologized, and I never asked you to invite me back after kicking me out anyways.
You think I don't know what you're just acting tough for me right now? You're just mad because I kicked you out of there, aren't you? You're just a jealous, penniless loser who is trying to take out your frustrations on me where you can't.
I'm not penniless, and I've already found a new house and job since you threw me out.
Wait, what? You mean to tell me that you've already found a new place to live and you managed to find a job too? That can't be right.
Well, I reached out to one of the farms that John and I used to work with, and the owner agreed to lease me some land. So I'm just doing what I've always been doing, but on a different plot now. But I've already got old contracts reaching out asking about when my harvest will be ready.
But that's not fair. I've got a bunch of calls saying that they'll no longer be buying from our farm.
Well, they probably don't like the fact that you're still using your brother's name in the branding. I've talked a lot to our clientele and they felt like it was dishonest, so that's why they canceled their contract. Lucky for me though, I think that's where all the sudden interest in my farm is coming from. I already have several orders that I'm going to aim to fulfill, so I'd say things are going pretty well for me.
This can't be happening. You're not supposed to be winning. You can't be doing better than me.
Well, I told you that you might need to go out and make your own connections if you wanted to work in the industry, right?
Yes, I know that. And I've been trying to do just that. But a lot is going on, and I haven't had time to focus on that. But you should know that I made a deal with a restaurant, and they've agreed to buy from me.
Oh, I see. Did you make that deal yourself? Or did you just tell them about things that happened while John and I ran the farm?
And so what if I learned on the rich history of the farm, huh? At the end of this, I'm still going to have vegetables and a crop to show for myself. You're not the only one with a sense for business, I'll have you know.
Well, okay then. If that's what you think, good luck with everything.
Actually, since we're both such big successes now, I was just wondering if you wouldn't want to team up with me. Think of how much labor we could save if we were working together. What do you think?
I really appreciate the offer, Fiona, but I think I prefer doing things my own way, thank you. Besides, I have enough contracts that I can handle on my own and don't really need the help.
You little brat. You're always ruining everything. You'll regret this.
And so that's really all of it? There's nothing else?
That's right. That should be basically everything that John left behind for you. It should all be in those boxes I gave you.
You and Fiona didn't sell any of his belongings, did you?
No, we didn't sell anything with Fiona's parents watching us so closely. Of course, after some more time had passed, we did have plans to sell things secretly.
I see. Well, still, thank you for giving me all of this. And about the other favor that I asked of you?
Oh, right. Yeah, I can send you those files right now over email if you'd like.
Oh, wow. This is even better than I thought they were going to be. Thanks for this. It's a big help.
Of course. It wasn't that hard since I am her husband and all. But I just hope that's enough for you to get about the, incident that we witnessed the other day.
I don't get it, though. Why do all of this that I've asked if you don't want a divorce?
It's just that my parents are really old-fashioned, and I know that my dad wouldn't let me work at his company if he found out about the cheating.
Oh, right. Your dad is the CEO of some company, isn't he?
Yeah, but even the taking over of John's fields were all done with the investment money from my dad.
Oh, really? I didn't know that, actually. That's good to know.
Not only that, but the contract with the restaurant that Fiona is so proud of was also from one of my dad's places. So, I just can't let any news get out that would put that help I am getting from my dad at risk. And that means hiding it from Fiona, too.
So basically, you're saying that if your dad were to find out about your affair, that he would stop supporting you guys and your business ventures and would essentially come to an end?
Not just the business. I'm pretty sure that my dad would kill me if he found out that I cheated. And Fiona would leave me, too. I'd lose everything. And I'd have to give up the farmland to my dad, too.
What do you mean? Why would you end up losing the land as well?
Well, my dad wouldn't just want money back if we couldn't give him a return on the investment. I just know that he'd make me give up the land if I didn't have the cash to pay him back.
But you were the one who convinced him to invest in the farm in the first place, right? I can't see how that isn't fair since you took out a loan on the farm.
I know that. Thank you very much. I thought things would have gone differently. But that was stupid of me.
I see. Well, good luck with all that. I sure hope things go smoothly with your dad. And by the way, that day I saw you on the street with that other woman, I noticed that you were wearing one of John's watches.
Oh, wait, what? You're kidding me. You mean that watch was his? I thought it might have been. I wasn't all that sure, really.
So I just wanted to let you know that I'm never going to forgive you for the lie you've told me here.
Hold on a second. I wasn't lying to you. It was a genuine mistake.
What is the matter with you? Are you enjoying this or something? Do you enjoy making us suffer like this? Is that it? I just got that contract with the restaurant, and now I just got a phone call from them telling me that they're canceling it. What did you do? I know that you must have said something to sabotage this.
You think I said something to get your contract canceled? What on earth could you be talking about?
I mean, I know that you're spreading rumors that my crops aren't high quality. You're trying to undercut my business, aren't you?
Well, is that a lie? Because as far as I understand it, I've told nothing but the truth in saying that.
What are you talking about? Of course that isn't true. I'm working really hard to learn all about farming, and my crops are good. But now that you've done this, you should know that I'm going to sue you for defamation and drag you through the dirt.
All right, but I should let you know that claiming credit for what the farm's previous owners did and flooding the market with cheap, chemically enlarged produce that you're calling all natural is corporate fraud.
What are you talking about? You don't have proof of any of that at all.
Oh, I have more than enough, in fact.
But I don't get it. Where did you get all of this?
Oh, if you really want to know where I got all this proof from, you might want to go and talk to Eric. He provided me with all of this, and now you can't deny the truth.
Wait a second. Eric made all of this for you? But I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't reveal any more about my source than that. But you can go ask him yourself if you're curious.
That little rat! You've all betrayed me. I can't trust anyone. How could you do it, Eric? How could you betray me like that? What's the matter with you?
I don't know what you want me to say. There was no way that scam was going to work. And if it came out after we took the crops to market, we'd be in even more trouble.
Oh, give me a break. This was going to go perfectly until you ruined it.
I'm sorry, but we're running this farm with my dad's money, and I can't put him on the line like that. Surely you can understand that, right? We have so much more to gain working cleanly.
I don't want to work clean. I want to make money, and it's not like your dad is here observing us. How could you be so stupid?
You know what? That's it. I want a divorce. I can't do this anymore.
You mean you're really going to try and leave me over something like this? Wait a second. What's this? I just got a message from an unknown number. They're sending me pictures.
An unknown number? Pictures? Pictures of what?
I don't get it. What is this? It's you walking side by side with another woman? And she's holding your arm? Were you having an affair behind my back, Eric?
No, it's not what it looks like at all.
You jerk! You wanted to try to escape before I found out. Well, now I'm going to sue you for cheating on me. And I'm going to tell your dad all about what you've done, too. You were so close to getting away with it, too.
Wait, no. Please don't tell my dad about this.
You think I'm going to show you any mercy after you betrayed me twice?
I was only trying to stop the scam before we both got in trouble for it.
Well, now we're both going down, and I'm going to make sure of it. Hey, Amy, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I realize how awful I've been, and I'm sorry.
Hold on a second. Is that an apology from Fiona?
I know. I'm shocked that I'm doing this too. But I really do realize how awful I was being to you. And I realize how dangerous it was for me to lie about the food I was going to sell. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to give you back the fields that used to belong to John.
Okay, but what's the catch?
I only ask that you please don't tell anyone about my plan to sell those vegetables as all natural. I really am trying to turn over a new leaf here, and I promise to work hard from here on out.
I take it that the rumors are already starting to really take root now, aren't they?
I know. And that's why I need to try and make this all right now.
I'm really sorry, but I just don't think I can do that.
Please, Amy. I really am begging you here. I'll give you back the fields and all of John's belongings, too.
I don't need them anymore. Thank you, though.
Are you sure about that? I really wouldn't mind letting them go if it meant we were at an understanding. Didn't you say you had a lot of precious memories associated with them?
I don't need you to remind me of that. I know what John and I shared better than anyone.
Then please, just don't do this to me. I want to make things right.
Those fields already aren't John and mine's anymore. We worked hard on them, but they have a lot of memories. But They're not ours anymore.
That doesn't make any sense. It's the same land that you and my brother used to work. So just please take it back so we can call everything even.
You just don't get it, do you? It is the same land, but it's not the only land. And what matters more is the crop. It's always about the harvest.
I don't understand. I'm offering you a free field here. Do you really not care at all what happens to it?
It's not about the land. It's about the love that you put into it. And I already have somewhere else now.
Well then fine. But what about his things? Don't you want his things back?
I actually have already gotten all of the things back from Eric's, if you must know.
You mean he already returned everything to you? So then, you're really not going to help me at all?
Well, that's what I've been trying to say. I'm not going to compromise on my morals to keep you out of trouble. You got yourself into this mess, you get yourself out.
But we're family, aren't we? We're supposed to help each other in times of need.
Family? What are you talking about? We're not family at all. Not since your brother died. Don't you remember saying that to me? After that, complaints began to flood in from businesses that Fiona had managed to sell her produce to. Then those complaints turned into lawsuits, and before long, Fiona was facing a huge amount of legal fees the court charged her with. Though she did manage to sue Eric for his affair and get some money from the settlement, she was still swimming in debt after the divorce. Eric's dad, learning the truth, refused to give them any help and told them to deal with their problems on their own. Both Eric and Fiona tried calling on me for help, but I had already blocked them on everything. As for me, I've just been concentrating on my crops. Every day I'm working reminds me of John, and that's how I know that I'm putting my love into the field. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, is your mom still alive, Dorothy? If she's alive, I have something small I'd like to ask her about.
Huh? What is this?
How can you be that indecent at a time like this? You think that I'm just going to say she's alive right now and is ready for what you have to ask? Come on, and just tell me now. Is she still alive right now or not? Because depending on the answer you give me there, will let me know what I need to do next here.
She's alive. But tonight has been the hardest for her so far, and I'm not sure just how much longer she's going to be with us. Right now, her whole family is wishing and praying for her to be okay. If anything, you should come and be here too if you're going to start annoying me like this.
Ah, so she's still alive then. Good. She wasn't answering her phone at all, so I just assumed she'd passed away already.
And the reason she's not answering her phone right now is because she's not doing well at all. What the heck are you even doing right now, Madison?
All right then. Then can I call you instead of her and have you pass her the phone? Or just put the phone on speaker and have her listen to what I have to ask?
That's not happening, all right? She is barely with us as it is, and you want to talk on the phone with you about something completely unrelated? You need to stop it with that careless attitude of yours right now, you jerk.
Huh? The way you're talking about me is a little bit mean there, Dorothy. Is that because you're becoming an old crooked woman yourself now?
Listen here, I do not have the time right now to be playing whatever games you're wanting us to play. Right now, my mom is very close to passing away, and I want to only focus on her. Just let me have my last moments with her in peace.
All right. I'm sorry for trying to get a hold of her through you or anything. I guess you're the one who's more important than me of all people today. Now, can you just let me know if either of you know where the car keys are? I just need them really quick so that I can take the car.
What?
Right now, I really need the car in order to go out and take care of something. I mean, your mom was taken to the hospital by ambulance, right? So that must mean she left the car keys to her car somewhere here in her house. I can see her purse here, but there's no car keys in it.
So you're going to try stealing the car of my own mother, who is currently on the brink of death in this hospital bed?
I never once said that I was stealing it, did I? I'm just going to borrow it for a little while is all. And you can trust me on that because I decided to actually contact you about this. If I were going to steal it, I would have never said anything to you and would have just taken it. Martin never answered his phone when I tried calling him to see where the keys are. So then I had to give your mom a call. But she ended up not picking up the phone, so now I'm on to you.
Just stop that. You're going to make my head explode with how much nonsense you're talking about right now.
Ah, perfect. Why not just let your head explode then? Then I'll be allowed even more money from your mom when she dies, right? That would be really lucky for me, actually. I could really use it all right now.
Madison, how far are you going to take making fun of the current situation where my own mother is dying? Do you not feel like garbage making jokes and saying things like that? Because right now you're really making yourself look like garbage to me.
I've been wanting to ask you that same thing. Does it not make you feel like trash always talking down to your sister-in-law like that? I'm not sure why you always do it. Perhaps you think of yourself as some elite human being or some BS, but I'm not having it. Seriously.
Wait, I have not been trying to talk down to you. But here's the thing, with the way you're always acting, it would be more rude of me not to talk down to you from time to time.
Wow, that was a horrible thing to say. I'm sure that's the reason why no man ever wants to step foot near you, correct?
All I've been saying here has been the very truth about you. Why would you even bring up something like me finding a man right now? That has nothing to do with what's going on here.
Dang, so now you're going to start saying that you speak only the truth? Uncool. Look, in this world, you have to be respectful of one another in a clean and fair way. Do you understand that, old lady?
Whatever. I have nothing else to say to you, Madison. You just leave things be.
Uh-oh, somebody's gotten a little mad now.
Hey, Dorothy? How about you give yourself a little time to get some fresh air? It's been over 3 days now, and you haven't been able to get yourself any sleep, right?
I can't be seen taking a break now, Martin. Today is the day of the funeral after all, so I have to help get that ready.
You can just leave the rest of the preparations to me, though. I'm totally capable of handling all of this by myself because of the work I've done before. Well, it is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but please, just for a couple of hours, would you go take a nap for me?
I think in your position, you should just let me handle all of this while you go and handle Madison and her crap.
But I'm not able to get anything from her right now. I'm sure she just ran off to go and play somewhere again. I think for yourself, you should just forget about someone like her for now.
I can't stop thinking about her, though. I'm fine if she never ends up showing to the funeral today. But if she comes to the viewing tonight and starts to cause trouble there, then everyone that's come to see your mom will be upset. The child doesn't have any hint of common sense, and her manners are non-existent.
My family and I are concerned about her as well. What are we gonna do with her? The moment she turned 20, she left the house for good and moved away to California. Yet, at a time like this, she just shows back up. There's no way she came all the way back here for anybody else but herself.
Has she always been so selfish and self-centered?
She has always been the kind of girl to make fun of others and feel as though she's the best. She had always been a good-looking person, so I'm thinking because of her good looks, she got caught up in being so popular.
I see. Well, for right now, I'm going to tell this funeral home's owner to let all the employees know not to let her into this funeral when it starts. I do not want her getting in the way of my mother's funeral today.
Alright, sounds good. But I'm sure she won't show up on a day like today.
That would be wonderful if that turns out to be the case. But her not trying to come in and see us here with my mother one last time is also a little screwed up. As long as she just came in all black clothing and didn't say a word, I guess she'd be alright being allowed to come in.
I'm sorry about her. She's caused you so much stress.
Why have you and the rest of the family still not kicked her out for good? And why aren't you bothering to do that now?
Well, so far it doesn't seem like anybody else in that house is worried about what she's been doing. They're just happy to see her back home. So, they're not thinking of all the problems she's caused for everyone.
I see. Well, she had been gone for 5 whole years without ever saying a word to anyone. So I'm sure that some of the family is glad to see her back.
But this can't go on forever. My family is just full of a bunch of idiots, and she's going to take advantage of them all next. I was really hoping that by hearing she was back in town, she'd come all the way back due to the serious situation with your mom. But instead, that's not at all the case, and she's just here once again for herself. I get that she's cute and all that. The family really likes to see her around again. That's how things with her always were in the past. But it's just like things were 5 years ago before she left. where I was being ignored by everyone in favor of her.
Your family has always cared more about her than yourself?
She happens to be the little girl that's been known all throughout the town, and that's made my family very proud of her. And when compared to some plain dude like me, she is like a rising star. And that's why nobody bothers to think about me or even bat an eye when I say something.
I see. Things must have been really tough for you back in the day then.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about that right now with everything that's happened.
I was the one asking, so don't worry about it. You're not at all the problem here. Now let's both you and I start getting back to work on these preparations.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, what the heck do you think you're doing? What?
Why are you asking me what I think I'm doing right now?
What are you wearing right now? How much are you going to mess around like that and at this funeral today before you leave me alone?
What? Was there some kind of a dress code for this event? I suppose it's the case here since everyone else is wearing really formal black clothing today. Should I have worn black myself then?
Are you kidding me? Everyone is in funeral attire right now, Madison.
What? Funeral attire? So everyone is cosplaying like they're at a funeral right now then? You all have some really messed up hobbies.
I suppose it's something I could expect from your family, though. What the heck are you trying to do right now?
You don't have to keep asking me that over and over again. I just came here to party like the rest of you is all.
Party?
Today you're all having a cosplay party, right? You all got this really fancy looking place to throw the party, which must mean you're all very serious about your hobbies, right?
I am tired of you making jokes like this. You cut that out right now, Madison. This is not some party right now. This is my mom's funeral, gosh dang it.
What? Is that so? Sorry. So today's the day of your mom's funeral then? I thought we were all going to be celebrating today, and that's why I showed up in this hot red dress.
I'm going to make you pay for this.
I look forward to it. Now, since I'm already here, I'm going to have a little fun myself.
This is supposed to be the one day I could spend my last moments with my mom. I am not going to forgive you for what you've done.
Hey, I'm so sorry about that.
I cannot believe this, Martin. Why the heck is she allowed to do something like that?
I think my parents aren't very aware of what's been going on here. And, once again, Madison has ran off and nobody can find her. All of her things at the house are gone now. I'm not really sure how she managed to grab all of her things and run off that quickly, though.
I'm sure she took my mom's car and left with it. From what I've heard, it's not at her house anymore.
What? You're kidding, right? That girl can't drive, though, so I'm not sure how she took it. I'm so sorry, Dorothy.
I don't want you to apologize for her. You had nothing to do with this, and you yourself have had to deal with her crap for a long time. I was planning on getting my revenge soon, but that's not going to be happening now that she's run off again.
Revenge? What were you thinking of doing to her?
I didn't have anything in mind quite yet. But I can't just let someone like that keep getting away with all this BS. I'm going to make sure that someday she pays for every single bit of crap she's done to those around her.
Ah, I see.
Hey, Dorothy? You're coming to my wedding that's tomorrow, right?
Yes, I sure do plan on coming. That was very kind of you to send me an invitation like that to your wedding of all things.
Well, it's been a few years now, and I'd really love to see your smiling face again. And if you're not happy already, I wanted to show you just how happy I am right now as a way of hopefully letting you feel good inside.
So this is about you showing me how happy you are then? That's something I never cared to hear about from you, yet I knew it was coming. After all, you still have never changed from having such a horrible character.
Oh, come on now. Don't say things like that about me. You happen to hear about how I had my debut in the world of entertainment, right? And because of that, there are going to be all sorts of famous celebrities and models coming to the wedding to see me.
And what does that have to do with anything?
I'm sure you're going to be so happy to see all these famous people, right? After all, you're just some nobody who lives in the middle of nowhere. Also, since I happen to be a celebrity myself now, there will be a lot of really hot men there for you to talk to. I just thought that an old woman like yourself, this would be a really good chance to maybe have a little fun.
I really want to know what led you to become such a sly little witch like that when you haven't even made it to your 40s yet. Well, don't worry about me tomorrow, because I'm so excited to be coming to your wedding of all things.
Wow, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there as well. Don't forget to bring a handkerchief with you that you can cry into, okay? Hey, what is going on here? What the hell are you trying to do?
What? Why are you asking me what I'm trying to do? What are you talking about?
We just came here in order to celebrate your biggest day is all. No! I want to know why you're here at my wedding in funeral attire.
Well, I had no other choice, Madison. This was the only dress I had in my closet.
I could understand you wearing a suit or something on a day like today. But you choose to come here wearing an all-black dress and coat? That is so screwed up of you. And it's not just you either, but the whole family that came looking like that.
And this is how we're all going to enjoy your wedding today.
So thank you again for inviting us. I see what's going on here. So this is your way of getting your revenge on me for what happened 3 years ago? You seem to have never forgotten about when I showed up to that funeral in my hot red dress, have you? But look here, you doing something like that to me now is only going to backfire on all of you and leave you all being embarrassed. Okay?
That's all right. We still have a lot to show you today.
Still? Hey, what is going on with you guys? Look at what's going on here. Is literally every single member of your family going to show up here today in funeral attire or something?
And that's the plan. My whole entire family has not forgotten about what you did at my mother's funeral 3 years ago. Also, when it comes to how you've always been making fun of my family nonstop, we have not let any of that go.
Huh? What part of your family have I been making fun of?
My freaking mom, you idiot. My mom was a real charm to this family, and everyone and anyone she talked to always loved her. When everyone saw that you would just continue to berate her with your horrible comments and crap, we all knew we had to do something about you.
But come on. That was all happening 3 years ago. You should be able to forget about that and be happy around me again. What kind of adults do you all think you are if you can't forget a few little things from the past?
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be the one in charge of giving the speech for you today, so I hope you're looking forward to that.
Huh? Oh, what are you talking about? I never asked for you to be the one giving the speech today.
Well, it so happens that I'm going to be the one in charge of giving the speech now, whether you asked for it or not. And from what I'm aware, this is coming from your husband's side.
Huh? Husband's side? Oh, what do you mean? Why would Chris... Are you guys friends or something?
No, not friends. But the person that your husband had asked to be in charge of giving the speech today, one of his friends, so happened to become sick. So I was asked to give the speech in his place, so that's what I'll be doing.
Why the hell would they ask some complete stranger to give the speech after his friend became sick? You? Have you gone and bribed someone into letting you give the speech today?
Now, I have a little bit of practicing to do before giving the speech, so I'll talk to you later. I'm so very nervous about getting in front of all those people you have here.
What do you plan on saying to everyone? Hey! Are you completely brain dead or something? It's all because of you that my wedding is now a total disaster. That speech was completely uncalled for and terrible.
Why was it so uncalled for? All I was doing was speaking the truth about you in front of all of your guests today.
Huh? None of that crap was true about me. You just started to blab about all the crap you wish was true about me.
All the crap I wish was true. Nice one. But really, I wish that none of what I had to tell everyone today about you was true. Did you forget about how you came to my mom's funeral that day in a red dress, talking a whole bunch of crap about her and the family before leaving and stealing her car? Come on now, I was planning on giving you guys that car back. And I happen to be a part of the family, so it's totally fine for me to be able to take her car and use it, right? Then explain this part of the story to me. Was it okay for you to go and sell her car before running off and using that money to pay off all that debt you were in? Well, back then I was going through a lot of stuff. I understand that some people thought that what I was doing might have looked bad, but at that time I didn't have any other choice. I happened to have a dream of becoming a famous actor, and I had to do things that most wouldn't do to get there. Then would you be able to explain what you just said to me to everyone else? You happen to be in need of money really badly, so came back to your family after 5 years of being on the run? And the only reason you stole a car and sold it was because you didn't have time to talk with anybody about having them hand money over to you? You shut the hell up! So is that it for your revenge then? I'm sure you expected more to happen, didn't you? I sure did, but I guess all you could get was a few gasps from everyone here about me. There's still so much more to come, Madison. There's still the main event coming. Now, I'm going to set up this projector I've borrowed and start playing the video I want all of you guys to see. So please sit back and have a watch. What? No way. I was recorded? You sure were. We were able to capture everything you done on the day of my mom's funeral. From the part where you snuck into the house and tore through all of her things looking for those keys, to the parts where you walked out to the car and drove off with it. Once I bring this video to the police, I'm not sure you're going to be in any position to become an actor anymore. Huh? Then why have you been saving all this for 3 years? Why did you never do anything about me before? You had all the evidence, so why didn't you just take care of me back then and get all of this over with? Well, this happens to be video recordings that my mom took of you using the security cameras in her house. What? Back when she was still alive and well, she knew something was off about you whenever you'd come to her house, and so she set up those cameras. But after 5 years, she totally forgot about the cameras because you ran off for good. However, I never forgot, and when I realized she had captured you on them, I was going to talk to her about it, but she was in no state to be worried about you. And not too long after, she passed away. So for the longest time now, I was the only one that knew anything about the video. I didn't have the passwords at the time to get into the camera's recorded files though, so I had to wait for her lawyer to give us the right to all her things in that house. But by that point, there were other things on my mind. But I happen to be a part of the family, so it shouldn't bother anyone that I was able to go into her house and borrow the keys. Also, you never captured any video of me stealing anything. You actually think the police are going to take me in over a dud video like that? That wasn't the only recording I had of you. What? Huh? That was just the opening act to what all else will follow. There is still another 32 minutes of recorded video to watch, so sit back and have a look. There's more? 32 minutes more? Within these videos, we have evidence of you being in a larger theft ring. So please watch as you're stealing all kinds of other things from my mom's house with them. And all of those people you worked with were able to sell her things off that you stole. And you got a cut of that money, right? And it appears that your husband, Chris, is the leader of that ring, is he not? Oh. Everything about you guys is known about now, so don't try to talk your way out of it this time. Everyone here already suspects a lot about you now, and soon they will see your husband taking part in the crimes as well. Don't you feel you should get on stage now and start explaining yourself before they see the rest of the video? Ugh. I'm flipping screwed! What the hell? This was supposed to be the point in my life where I got to forget about all of that and start my dream of working in acting. But look, you did such a great job acting in this short film you're seen working in. I'm sure you've learned your lesson now. Shit! I won't forgive you for any of this. Next is going to be my turn to screw you up. Hey, Dorothy. This is Madison, if you didn't know. Well, I've been thinking. I want to come and apologize to you now. What? What the heck has happened to the Madison I knew?
After giving it a lot of thought, I feel that I was in the wrong here. Look, I said a lot of terrible things about you and your mom, right? And because of how much I lived only caring about myself, I've caused a lot of you so much trouble, right?
So, how are you going to go about apologizing to me? And what will you do after that?
I want to give that car I took from your mom back to you. I understand that I sold it already, but I'll go out and buy a new one to replace it.
Is that so? And how are you going to bring it to me?
I've already come pretty close to your house now, and I'm waiting on your answer. So please, wait in front of your house and I'll swing by to drop it off.
Hey, are you alright? That was quite the accident you got into there.
How the hell would I be okay after that? My freaking leg is broken! This is so bad. I'm not even joking when I say I want to off myself right now.
I'm sure you were trying to get back at me, but you need to calm down and think of the position you've put yourself in again. You don't happen to have a driver's license, right? That's only going to add to the trouble you'll be in with the police.
Jesus! Why is this happening to me?
Well, because you're an angry and reckless witch. You had a horrible time at your wedding last week, didn't you? Your husband, or should I just say groom, sprinted out of the wedding from you and never came back, right? He's gone and thrown you away, believe. I'm sure he's going to be in police custody in no time here, and you'll be joining him as well.
Why? I was supposed to become super famous celebrity after my debut and never have to come back around you all again.
What made you think you could live life as a celebrity? You have been running around with a group of thieves stealing from people and getting into trouble, weren't you? You're so screwed in the head for thinking you ever had a chance of running away from that past.
Shut up! You have no idea what kind of crap I've had to go through and how I've had to feel because of it.
And I don't really care to sympathize with a criminal like you. Now, from here on out, I hope you get to live one of the toughest chapters of your life. You've had all the fun you could possibly have being that selfish. So I'm sure you don't mind giving it all up now to go live in prison, right?
No! I don't want to go to prison. Hey, I'm still so young. Can't you just help me catch a break here and give me a second chance at all this? What's going to happen to me if I'm taken to prison?
Well, I'd really love to forgive you a little for all you've done to me. But in this world, you have to be fair and respectful to one another, right? You, of all people, should understand that.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm completely fine. However, Madison seems to have gotten herself really hurt in that accident. I knew she was going to try and get back at me again, so I was looking out for myself.
What the hell happened there?
That witch said that she'd be giving me back the car that she stole from my mom 3 years ago. She had sold it back then, but she said she bought a new one to replace it for me.
What?
She asked me to stand out in front of my house waiting for her, but I knew what she was up to. When she came barreling around the corner aiming to hit me, I stood myself behind a fire hydrant that blended in with my dress. And right at the last minute, when she was only a few meters away, I moved back from that fire hydrant and hid myself behind a brick wall. She slammed into that fire hydrant going around 45 miles per hour and ended up breaking one of her legs, as well as wrecking that car. She doesn't even have a driver's license either, and seemed to have been willing to break the law again in order to get her revenge. But as we can see, she most certainly should not be behind the wheel of anything, and will not have to face punishment for that as well.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're okay at least. But I think we took things way too far yesterday. Because of what happened, it's been all over the news.
Thank you so much for helping me with that. You and I were able to work with the staff of that wedding hall and have them report what they saw to the news as well for us. It was only a matter of time before the story made it to the news.
No kidding. But I still feel bad for everything that's happened to those that did nothing wrong. And I feel even more bad about what we had to do to get all of this started. I'm talking about when we went to the wedding staff the first time and forced them to change plans for us.
Yeah, but we had to do all of that in order to carry out the plan of getting back at her, right?
I know. And we happened to plan a lot of things out in advance to make sure we could get this plan to work. Having me tell her about how cheap that wedding hall was and she'd choose it, it all paid off for us in the end.
Really, though. The fact that everything worked out for us is so lucky, I think. We were able to get that witch put into prison, and at the very least she'll be there for 10 years. And that's what she gets.
We'll finally be able to go back to living in peace again.
Ah, that's right. Oh, there's one last thing I wanted to tell you, Martin. You're not some plain and boring person like your family made you think. You were so kind and caring, and someone that I love calling my husband. After that, due to everything I told the police about Madison, she was taken into custody by them and removed from our lives. She was charged with both breaking and entering and car theft, as well as attempted murder and driving without a license. Because of that, she was in court for a long time. But it wasn't just her that had to sit through a lot of court hearings, but her fiancé that ran from her and the rest of her ring that was caught. I was only trying to land her in jail for her crimes, but thanks to the videos my mom took at our house using the security cameras, the police were able to identify everyone and lock them all up. After all those court cases she had to sit through, she was given 20 years and told there was no bail for any of it. Of course, there was not a single person willing to pay bail for her after all they had learned about. So even if she was allowed to get bailed out, it wasn't going to happen. Right now, Madison is living her life in a prison cell, and she has to learn the hard way that the world does not revolve around her. But instead, that it revolves around the prison warden there. I'm sure a few more years of that and her character of being such a selfish witch will melt away, exposing the little brat that she is underneath. When it comes to myself and Martin, we both moved out of that area and into a smaller home out in the countryside. We both still continue to work for the same company we've always been with, but we do it all remotely now since our bosses were both very understanding of our request. We both are able to live in peace now, knowing that the one thing that was keeping us tethered to the past is now gone, and I can start living my life the way my mother would have wanted. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
I'm sure you think you're so cute because you take care of all those flowers. But just because an old woman like you took care of some flowers doesn't mean you're anything at all to those men. So I'd stop it with that misunderstanding.
Jennifer? I never said I thought of myself as anything just because I'm taking care of some flowers. Do you think that taking care of flowers like I am would catch the attention of men? I've never heard anything like that before from anyone.
Huh? The way you're acting like you have no idea what's going on is disgusting. So would you please stop that?
What are you talking about? I'm not trying to play dumb or anything right now. You saying something like that right now is only making me more confused is all.
This company happens to have a lot of cute men in it. So you came trying to find yourself one of them. Well, let me just say there are a lot of really good-looking men here. But there also happens to be me here as well. A far younger and more attractive woman than you. So don't forget that. Compared to me, you are like nothing. And will stay that way as long as I'm around.
I see. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I didn't join this company looking for a partner. I'm in this company because I happen to have been wanting a job for some time now, and found this place to be a perfect fit for my skills. But now that you've explained things like that to me, I can tell what you're more interested in.
Now you're making it seem like I'm only in this company for the men myself. It's not my fault that I'm this pretty and can get any man here that I please. You can even ask them yourself, and they'll tell you just how pretty I am and how much they love having me around.
I see. Well, Jennifer, I'm not really the type to talk about finding men and things like that. I was wondering why earlier today you were asking me for my phone number, and this seems to have been your reason why. I had another reason in mind for why you were texting me now, but you seem to be on about something else entirely.
I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of who the boss is around this office. You happen to have a decent face for your age, and I'm sure you can talk well around any of the men here. You already look to be getting quite comfortable with a few men already. But if you're telling me you have no interest in them, then so be it. I was just worried you might use that to your advantage and start taking my men away from me.
Is that what you thought? Thank you for those compliments, I guess. But don't be worried, as I really don't have any plans of doing things like that with any of the male employees in this company. I already happen to have a partner I want to live the rest of my life with.
What's that? You're telling me you have plans to get married. Isn't that wonderful? You found yourself a man that's willing to marry you. Oh, but I'm sure he's a nobody himself, since he seems to be into older women like you.
You shouldn't say things like that. I can't quite explain everything about him to you, but I can surely say he is not a nobody. If anything, he's a very special man.
How annoying. Speaking about your partner like that makes my head hurt. Stop trying to talk to me like he's a good man or actually worth something. If anything, it's like you're trying to make him seem more attractive to me. Oh, are you trying to make me come in and fool around with him? Oh, just kidding. I promise you that's never going to happen, because I will never touch a man you've been with.
Okay, then can we just stop talking about all of this now? I don't really want to keep wasting my time explaining my partner to you if you're just going to continue speaking about us like that. I was really hoping today that when you asked for my number, it would be in order to talk about work, or perhaps even apologize to me when you do something wrong. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I say that. But anyway, seeing that all you want to do is still belittle over things that you shouldn't be worried about, I'm shocked.
Shut up. Oh, the way you talk to me is so freaking annoying. What is wrong with you? Acting like you're not fazed by anything I'm saying? As you can see, I'm not very happy with that, okay? You should be getting all upset right now and either begging me to stop or yelling at me.
I'm just trying to refrain from talking back to you in general is all. Honestly, you and I really don't know one another that well. So it's a bit strange for you to be talking to me in such a straightforward and rude manner. Especially after all the ridiculous stuff you did earlier. I'm not sure what to think of all this, honestly.
I see. Well then, let me finish with this. If you touch any of my men, I'm not going to hold back. Remember that for me, please. All those men in the office are for me to be around, and you will do nothing about it. Ever.
You don't have to worry about me. Like I've explained, I have myself a partner already, and we're engaged. So if that's what you wanted to warn me about, then please relax and just let me be. I'll be going now.
Hey, Marin, are you alright? I saw what happened between you and that Jennifer chick earlier. She didn't do anything else to you after that, right?
What's going on, Camilla?
I'm worried about what happened to you.
Well, nothing terrible happened to me besides that incident at my garden. I'm all dry now and in some fresh clothes.
Huh? Why are you being so calm about all of this right now? Did she end up doing anything else to you after what happened there?
Nothing else. Nothing else. But it was just strange what happened between her and I. She saw me watering the plants in my garden today and thought that she could start a fight with me or something over it. She walked over to me and told me to stop trying to act all pretty. She then took the water hose from me and sprayed me with it.
What? I thought even more things were going to happen after seeing her with you, but man, she actually took things that far, though. How could she do that? Actually, because she'd done that, you could have her fired, right? I would bring that up as soon as possible and watch her come crying to you, begging for mercy.
Well, I'm going to have a talk about that later with my fiancé. I shouldn't be quiet about something like that after all, and I don't want to get into a fight with her like she's been trying to do. But I'm going to need more than just the words from my mouth to get her fired properly.
I see. You have always been rather calm when it's come to confrontations like that. Well, anyway, how are you doing mentally?
I'm fine, of course. Yet again, I'm not going to sink down to her level any. And she wasn't going to get me to scream at her either.
Your outward appearance and the way you actually act on the inside are completely different. You look like someone that would fight hard over things, but really, you were very level-headed and calm. A little scary, actually, that you're that way. It's probably why the CEO is so into you, though. After all, the two of you are going to be getting married really soon here.
It's coming up here soon, the wedding. I never thought things would get this far between us, to be honest. I have you to thank for all of this, introducing me to both my job in the company and to the CEO himself.
It's rare that I do things like that, actually. So make sure you take me out for lunch or something as a proper way of saying thanks to me.
I can make that happen. Now, back to that Jennifer chick. Is she pretty popular with the company among all the men? Before spraying me with the hose earlier, she had asked for my number and all that. And after talking with her over text, she seemed to have a lot of confidence in getting any man she wants there.
She said that?
Yeah. It was like she was having some sort of an ego trip in front of me, talking about how pretty she is, as well as young, and that all the men like her so much and she didn't even have to do anything to get their attention. Has she always been that way with all the female employees? Bragging to them all and threatening them to stay away from her men?
You probably already know the answer to that. All the women at work hate her because of how she acts. She never gets any of her work done while there, instead using all their time to go talk to men and flirt around. And the way her character changes when she's in front of men and when she's in front of women is amazing.
So that's the kind of person she is then. She was really telling me earlier to stay away from all the men and stop going after them, saying I only joined the company to get closer to men and to find a partner there. She even made it very clear that she's the boss of the office when it comes to those things.
She is such a crazy woman. She acts all tough in front of you, but when she's around the men that she wants to attract, she'll play all helpless and innocent.
Oh? So that's what she does. That's kind of what it looked like while I was at work with her.
Honestly, she is so crazy, Marin. She goes out with so many of the men at work and will leave them only weeks after they start to date. And what's even more wild is she flirts and messes around with the men who are already married as well. At least that's what I've heard. I'd really love for her to just drop dead one of these days.
Wow. It's rare for you to ever say things like that about people. Don't tell me you've fallen victim to her once as well.
Did I give that away? Well, here's the deal. For the longest time, there was this coworker that I was really into. But as a way of hurting me, she went out with that guy and slept with him. It was my fault for never really knowing her true intentions at the time, but I should have never said anything to Jennifer at the time about him. But I accidentally said that I had a crush on him.
What? Are you telling me that because you said you were into that coworker of yours, it kickstarted Jennifer going and sleeping with him?
Yes, that's what happened. She was young at that time and very cute. Do you want to know what she said to me after all that happened? She told me that she wasn't really that into him anyway, and she never meant to sleep with him. She then said it was him that fell for her, and things just happened from there. And finished by saying she was sorry in a very carefree tone before walking away from me.
Dang. What a freaking excuse she had for that. Just to try and make it look as though it weren't her fault, she pinned the blame on that coworker? Honestly, the both of them are trash people. You would have never been happy with a man like that anyway had you started to date him. I think it's a good thing that things ended up the way they did, don't you?
Well, that's true. After seeing that happen, I lost all the feelings I had for the guy. I was shown just how poor of a guy he really was for doing that. But anyway, as you can see, Jennifer is a real charm to have in the workplace.
Yeah, she sure is entertaining. Well, if I'm ever able to catch her in the act of acting like a whore in the office, I'll make sure to show it to my fiancé and have her fired immediately.
You're really using the power that position you're in now has to offer. Scary, scary, scary.
Well, that idiot happened to hurt one of my friends as well, right? I would really like her to rot in hell for that.
Dang, you sure have that right. I'm on board with you there. Well, thank you. And I love you.
I know that. Well, I'll give this all some thought and figure out a way to get that woman gone. I won't let her fool around in this company's office with all its employees anymore.
Why is an ugly woman like you at a place like this? A part-time grandma like you should not be allowed at the CEO's wedding of all places.
I think you're completely screwed in the head, Jennifer. All that happened is you and I made eye contact with one another, and the moment you knew it was me of all people, you came up to me and poured beer all over my head. Was that really necessary?
The only one whose head is screwed here is yours. Why the hell are you here at the CEO's wedding when you're as old as you are? I hope that cold beer all over your head was enough to make you notice you're not welcomed here. See if you've come around to realizing that now. I want you out of here.
Is that really what you want from me?
You've been covered in beer now and are all smelly and sticky. Oh, get the hell out of here.
Sure, I guess I will then.
Answer your dang phone, please. What are you doing right now?
What is it, Jennifer? I was ordered by you to go home, so that's what I'm doing. I was drenched in beer, so I didn't want to stay around there anyway.
Well, I never knew that you were the bride of all people at the wedding. I am so sorry about that. Hurry up and come back to this wedding right now, please.
What? I'm not going back there. I won't go back to a wedding where you're still present. You've spoiled my mood now as well.
Oh, please don't say something like that, Marion. Right now there is a major panic going on amongst everyone. If you don't come back here, people are going to start to blame me for what's happened. But at the time, I didn't think something like this could happen.
And that means? What do you mean by everyone will start to blame you soon? You can't say something like that when all of this is in fact all your fault, correct?
But I seriously didn't know that you were the bride at this wedding. I mean, who would think you were the bride? The person who's a part-timer at the office and is watering the flowers at the wedding? How the hell does that make anyone believe that you'd be the bride? How did you even end up with the CEO?
Calm down, Jennifer. Can't you tell right now that you're being a real pain in the butt saying such rude things to me? I was just watering the plants and flowers there because that's what I like to do. I find gardening to be one of the most fun and enjoyable jobs out there, and the garden around the company itself is another place that I enjoy caring for.
But why would he choose you of all people? I've been wanting to marry the CEO for a long time.
The type of woman that you are is the type the CEO happens to hate the most. He hates women that think it's okay to put others down in order to make themselves look better. The kind that don't think of the harm they cause others when doing things for their own selfish desires. The CEO has been told a lot of things about you, and in his head he has a clear understanding of what kind of a monster you are.
Excuse me? What is this? You think you can talk down to me now because you happen to land yourself the CEO out of luck? Get off that high horse, jerk!
Whoa, is it really okay for you to talk to me like that right now? Like I said, the CEO is very aware of the kind of monster you are, and he understands the situation you've created already. I'm going to show him all the messages you're sending me now later on, so I'd be careful what you're saying to me. But if you want to keep acting like a witch, then please, keep it coming.
What? You can't do something like that to me! Oh, please just forgive me for what I did today and let's sweep the rest of this under the rug. Had I known that you were the bride, I never would have attacked you like that.
The problem here isn't the fact that you did this to someone who's the bride, but the fact that you did this to someone at all. I really don't think it's okay for a person that thinks the way you do to be left working in the company. So I'm going to mention all of this to the CEO and have him decide what to do with you.
Please, just hold on for 2 seconds. I really did not plan for any of this to happen here. If you just come on back here to the wedding, then everything will go back to normal. I happen to still be new to the company as well, so I didn't know any better. So would you please be able to look at what's happened here with a big heart?
Don't start pulling that kind of talk out with me. You, of all people, are not allowed to use that as an excuse anymore. You've been a part of the company for years now, so you're not new anymore. And from what a lot of people have said in the office, you're not a very good person to work with.
What? People have been saying that I'm not good to work with? But I haven't been doing anything wrong to anyone there.
By the way, I got a message regarding what happened yesterday. You were in the meeting room, and you kicked down the shelf in there and destroyed it, right?
What? No, wait, I would never do something like that. Why would you think I'd ever do something as ridiculous as that?
Well, I happen to think this is because the moment you were heading into that meeting room, the security camera caught you. I was a bit curious myself at the time if you'd really been the one to destroy that shelf or not, so I went and had a look at the recordings. Lo and behold, it was you.
Huh? You went and looked into what happened. I made sure to tell everyone in the office that the shelf was broken when I went in there, and everyone agreed with me that that was the case. In other words, nobody was going to be blamed for it.
And that seems to have been your plan. You seemed to act all calm and innocent in front of a lot of men in the office, and you were trying to use that to your benefit. But you going around saying that you didn't break that shelf, a lot of them trusted you without ever second-guessing you, because why would they? You have painted yourself in their minds to be this harmless little woman.
I never did that, because I wasn't the one who broke that shelf.
Well, we have you on camera. It was you that entered that break room after all meetings had ended for the day. And I've already gone and checked with everyone who was at the meetings, and they all told me that when they left the meeting room, the shelf was intact.
What? You went around asking those people as well?
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure I was 100% correct before accusing you. All those that I asked were recorded by the camera as well, so I'm pretty sure I went and talked to everyone that used the room that day. Some of the people I asked said you probably didn't break the shelf yourself because you rarely go in there.
That's right. They are right about me rarely going into that room.
But in the video, you walked in there alone and with nothing in your hands. No papers, no bag, no laptop. And when you walked out of there, you looked refreshed. That's pretty suspicious to me, Jennifer.
You're going to suspect me over something as small as that? How the hell is this happening right now?
Listen, I have people that witnessed what you did in person. 2 people to be exact.
And? Just because those people saw me walking into that meeting room, you're going to tell me that I'm to blame for that broken shelf.
You had plans to meet with one of the male employees in that meeting room, right?
What? Why would you think that?
This last time you went in there to meet with an employee who already happens to be married. I'm not sure what you were planning to do with him in there, but from what I'm aware of, this kind of thing happens a lot.
Well, it was about work. I was wanting to go in there and tell them something that had to do with work.
But you went in there carrying nothing on you. No documents, no laptops. If you had something to tell him about work, why couldn't you have just done that at his desk? The only thing I remember seeing on you as you walked in was your smartphone.
And I was planning to show him something on the phone.
Your excuses are starting to really fall apart here. I know what was going on then. You've been having relations with the man you met with, even though he's married, right?
Not at all.
His wife had suspected there was something going on with her husband at work, so she was waiting for him that day at the office. She went and stopped him before he was going to move into the meeting room with you, and that's why he never came. Those two are the people that knew about you being in the meeting room then.
What? So that's what happened.
After hearing that the CEO would be getting married, you threw a fit and asked the male employee you've been having relations with to meet you in the meeting room. From what I've been told is you wanted to take out your rage by doing private actions with him in the meeting room. But because he never showed up around the time you asked him to, you started to get even more enraged and took that anger out on the shelf. Now, that is just what I assume happened that day, but I'm sure I'm correct, right?
Well, but I didn't do it on purpose.
The fact that you didn't do it on purpose, yet you got so upset that you couldn't control yourself, that's even more scary. Well, now that we both understand what happened yesterday, I'll move on to what'll happen next. We were able to get all of the proof we need of you and that male employee having relations, and with that, you'll have to pay his wife a settlement. Good luck with that.
What? A settlement? Why do I have to pay for something like that?
Well, you went and had an affair with a married man in the office. Don't you think that's worthy of you paying a settlement now? You went and did something rather scandalous, Jennifer. Also, there will be an investigation done on you within the company, so please be ready for that.
What? Am I going to be fired?
I think so. Not only were you making a lot of the male employees do your work for you, but you went and destroyed a shelf in the meeting room. And the fact that you were having relations with a married man within the office is just gross. We might even have to take you to court for destroying company property if you'd like. So what'll it be?
Wait, please. Please do not take me to court over that. I didn't think all these things would pile up on and turn against me. So, I'm so sorry.
In this world, there are a lot of things that can't be resolved with just a simple apology. After getting this company and a lot of people have nothing to do with you involved in your antics, you've proven to us that you are not worth keeping around. So because of that, I kindly ask you to leave. And when it comes to what you can do for me personally as an apology, I would like you to rot in hell. After that, having told my fiancé, the CEO, about everything else Jennifer had done, she was removed from the wedding and would later be fired from the company. A lot of the women in the company really hated Jennifer a lot, so when they all found out that she had been fired and would no longer return, they all had bright smiles on their faces. Jennifer has been trying too hard to find herself a new job, now that she's faced with paying off a settlement and paying for the shelf she destroyed, but she has had no luck anywhere. This is what happens to those that think they are better than everyone else in the office and act like they're in charge because of that. Hopefully, she's learned her lesson now about being a real jerk and whore while at work, and if she does find another job, she won't be trying things like that anymore. As for the married employee she'd been having an affair with at work, he later confessed to all the things he had done there with Jennifer. From things like going in the neutral gender bathroom together to have sex, to sending one another nudes using their work phones. It was all really disgusting to learn. But not too long after Jennifer had been fired, he would quit his job as well, since most of the men he had been working with no longer wanted to talk to him after what they learned. But I think the main reason for him leaving had to do with his wife giving him an ultimatum when it came to their marriage. He could either continue working in the company, but they'd get a divorce and she'd take full custody of their kids. Or he could quit his job there and find a new job working in a field where not many women are seen working, like construction. So after seeing him quit, I guess we learned that he valued his marriage more than his job there. When it comes to my wedding, it ended up being canceled by my fiancé due to me having gone home. Luckily though, he was able to take a spot in the wedding hall schedule the following week, and we had our wedding there when it went perfectly. Now that I'm the wife of the CEO, I technically shouldn't be working for the company anymore. However, I want to at least get another year of work out of my time here, before I get another job, or perhaps just focus on my gardening full time.